Now from downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field, MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Cleveland Guardians. John Shelby with you alongside Chris Singleton. Postseason baseball, Singy, it's always great to see and be a part of.
Oh, Boog, you just never know what's in store when it comes to postseason baseball. You do know you're going to see some amazing pitching, guys coming out of the bullpen throwing 100, some incredible defensive plays, some big knocks, and maybe a mistake or two that'll live on forever. All I do know is I'm pumped up for this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. First pitch moments away, and on the hill in this one, Shane Bieber. What's the scouting report on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
The pitch. Aaron Judge leading off here as he looks at that one outside the zone.
First pitch, 7:07.
The pitch. There's the strike.
I think it was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Ball to strike.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
2-1 on Judge. And now it's filled up. Next offering is fouled back. That one to first, and he picks it up in foul territory. The wind of the pitch. And down on strikes. And now one away.
Well, he should get some fist bumps when he gets back into the dugout, because even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. And this is a long haul where you're trying to get that pitch count up as early as possible. So gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see what's working for this pitcher or not. But I tell you what, it's a nice job right there.
Here's Jose Trevino. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. That one is absolutely belted way back there. And that one is out of here. He'll touch them all. The Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Here is the young phenom, Gleyber Torres.
Batting third, the second baseman.
And that's in there for strike one.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Next one misses. And that's ball one.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road. Stakes are high. Energy in the ballpark. And you help to quiet that down a little bit.
And Gleyber Torres retired. Out number 2.
Batting fourth.
As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singing.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Now the 0-1. Foul ball. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Kicks and fires. Stays alive. The pitch. And a foul ball. Two outs. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Left-hand batter waits. Look out down there.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Two down. Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Anthony Rizzo circles the bases. His second homer this series. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate.
Batting fifth, the shortstop.
First pitch, not close. That one missed. Next pitch off the plate, and that's ball 3. Right-hander kicks, deals, and he walked him.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question.
The third baseman,
I think that if they gave the pitcher a full scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Now it's Matt Carpenter. First offering misses the mark.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
The next pitch misses, and the count is 2-0. And the right-hander deals. And it's fouled away. Right through there, got it. Good job at damage control right there. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. And it's 2-zip. Bottom of the first, and on the hill in this one, Garrett Cole.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Leading off.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The pitch. And now it's even up.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
1-1 now.
No, that's cool.
Out towards right center field. Judge cutting across. Makes the grab. And there's one away.
Batting second.
Here's the Guardians lineup now.
Okay.
Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm
Ramirez.
sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul. Next pitch is popped up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Batting third. The shortstop, Ahmed.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Good contact guy, good defender. Fought off foul.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Next offering misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the righty deals. Good eye right there.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Righty to the plate. And a strike in there.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
Next offering is fouled back. That misses, and the count is filled up. The wind and the pitch. And down on strikes he goes. Inning over. The Guardians go down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Second inning set to go. And now the right fielder, Giancarlo
Leading off
Stanton.
for the Yankees, the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
The wide to kick the pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last inning, threw a lot of pitches.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes he'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. And he pumps in a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. And over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Next is the designated hitter, Kyle Higashioka.
Kyle Higashioka.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Stanton gets his lead at first with nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And now Bader up to the plate. In there, and it's 0-1. The pitch. Runner on the go. Cut on and miss. Throw, and they got him.
You know, when you've got cooler temperatures like this, sometimes it's a little harder to get some offense going because guys just don't want to feel the sting in their hands. They don't barrel it up. So being aggressive there, trying to get into scoring position by stealing a bag, I get it. Sometimes you just have to try to manufacture some runs, especially in temperatures like this.
And a pitch. Stays alive. And here it comes. Bounce to third. Ramirez handles. In plenty of time to first. That ends the frame. Back here at the ballpark, we head to the bottom of the second. Now the left fielder, number 38.
For the Guardians, the left fielder, number 38.
Cole back to work. Popped up. Connor Falefa makes the grab. One pitch and one out.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Luke.
Here's Luke Maile. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Kicks and deals. Popped up first base side. Rizzo pulls it down, and there are two outs.
Batting sixth, the center fielder, Miles Straw.
Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And he pulls up on it, and that's a hit.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now it's Josh Naylor. In there for strike one. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Ball outside and safe. It's a stolen base. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Next offering way off the plate. Here comes a pitch. And that one wrapped foul. And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
And welcome back. All set for the start of the inning. And now here is Aaron Judge. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Started after it, appeal to first. No swing, he held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. The 1-0. Foul ball there. The 1-1. And Judge spoils that one. Next one misses. 2-2. Judge rips that one. Judge out of the play. One away.
Now batting, catcher, Jose Trevino.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jose Trevino. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. First pitch just misses.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, you know, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Next offering is fouled back. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Fires over to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Up next for the Yankees, the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's Gleyber Torres. He's 0 for 1.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Straw makes the catch, and that'll do it. So the Yanks go in order, but they're on top 2-0. As we go to the last of the third. And now Oscar Gonzalez.
For the Guardians, the right fielder, Oscar.
And a pitch.
Gonzalez.
0-1.
0-1.
The wind of the pitch. That one fouled off. In the air, left field. Calls it in, and there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Austin Hedges stands in. And the first pitch misses for ball one. One down, base is empty. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Fires to first, and two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Now batting, second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. And that's in there for strike one. Left-hand hitter waits. On the ground, right side. Torres over to first, and that'll do it. 3 innings in the books here in Game 4. It's the Yankees 2 and the Guardians nothing. On to the fourth. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Anthony Rizzo.
Leading off for the Yankees, the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
The right-hander back to work. In for a strike. Strike one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And the pitch. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And one away.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Connor Falefa in the box now. No balls and a strike. The pitch. Slapped foul. Gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The third baseman, number 24, Matt Carpenter.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for New York, Matt Carpenter. On the ground, right side. Jimenez gloves it. Throws to first. Third out. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Yankees 2 and the Guardians nothing. Bottom of the fourth. Now the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Leading off for the Guardians, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Cole back to work. He swings and fouls one off. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pick.
Next offering upstairs. And another ball. And a pitch. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Bader racing over to make the catch.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Ahmed.
And now, Ahmed Rosario. Caught looking his first time up. Next offering is down low. And that is ball 1. The wind of the pitch. And he grounds one to the right side. Torres handles. Tosses to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Number 38 will hit next. First offering and it just misses. That one ripped. And it's into the gap. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So digging in, Luke Maile. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Now batting, the catcher, Luke.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And it's second.
Yep, that ball went out.
Number 38 at second with 2 down. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. At the belt and fires. To third. Carpenter picks it up. Tosses to first. And the inning is over. 1 left for the Guardians. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back here in Cleveland. New inning getting started. Here's Stanton now.
Leading off for the Yankees, the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
The pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. Righty delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Jimenez handles the chance, gathers, and throws to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Cody Morris gets the call from the pen, and he'll do his best to keep this close.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
And now it's going to be Kyle Higashioka. You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
That one out to right. Gonzalez settles underneath it. 2 away now.
Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. Down in order go the Yankees. They're up 2-0. Back now at Progressive Field. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Miles Straw.
Miles Straw.
The pitch. That's a strike. That's strike 1. The pitch. A little out front there as he swings through it.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And the righty deals. Going to count 1 and 2. Righty to the plate. Stays alive.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Next offering way off the plate. Swing and a pop-up. Tanner Falefa moving under this one. Pulls it in for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
Here's Josh Naylor. First offering misses the mark.
Ball 1, no strike.
And there's a ball.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
And the right-hander deals. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Kicks and fires. And a foul ball. And he deals. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The wind and the pitch. And that one fouled off.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
The next offering misses, and the count's full.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
One down. Oscar Gonzalez digs in for the Guardians. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right-hander kick steals. And there's a foul ball. Pitch misses inside. 2-1. And here it comes.
Ball 3.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And now a full count.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Tying run at the plate. This one popped up right side. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
The designated hitter.
Now it's the DH, Austin Hedges. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Foul ball. Naylor off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Guardians lead 1, and they're down 2-0. Here in Cleveland, top of the 6th inning. Here is Aaron Judge. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit.
The catcher, number 39.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Jose Trevino. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here. Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
Here comes a pitch.
That's outside.
And it's fouled away. The 2-1. That's down and in. Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. And there's a hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here comes Gleyber Torres. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Curve in the dirt, kicks away. Two runners in scoring position, nobody out. Next pitch is downstairs. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
There's a strike, 3-1. On the ground to the left. Rolls across the diamond. That's out number one. And a run comes in to score.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. First offering misses the mark. The pitch. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 5-zip.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Trevor Stephan on a pitch out of the pen here. Big deficit here, but he's still got a job to do.
Trevor Stephan.
And next for New York, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
The batter, the shortstop, Isaiah.
In there for strike one. And ball one. Still only one out here in the inning. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And a pitch. Now a high fly ball out to left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
The third baseman, number 24, Matt Carpenter.
2 outs, base is empty. Matt Carpenter stepping in now for the Yankees. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Angel De Los Santos getting loose out there. Next offering is fouled back.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Kicks and deals. There's a strike.
The count is 1-2.
Stays alive. And a pitch. And it's even up.
2-2 the count.
Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the third out. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And the lead is now 5-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Leading off for the Guardians, the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Cole back to work. And downstairs. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Next offering is downstairs. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he's gotten deep into this game. And at least so far, not showing a ton of signs of fatigue.
Jose Ramirez.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball 1. The wind of the pitch. That one at the knees for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And a pitch. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Well, the bright side is that will help the on-base percentage a little bit, and that's a category no batter can ignore these days. OBP, OPS, well, maybe that'll ease the pain just a little bit.
Rosario in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Ramirez at first, one gone. Cole a check to first. Ramirez back in standing. The next pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes, the count.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
At the belt and fires.
Count 3-0.
And now 3-1. The pitch to the left side, but it is well fouled. Two gone now.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the
Now
out.
batting, number 38.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, number 38. First pitch just misses. This one in the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Next offering is in for a strike. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
There's a swing and a miss. Throw on to Rizzo, and that is that. One left for the Guardians. It's 5-0. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Eli Morgan. He comes in with his team trailing by a bunch, so he'll try to keep it where it is. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Leading off for the Yankees, the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
And a pitch. He was late there, strike one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Righty delivers. And takes low for ball one. The pitch. Strike two.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. 1 out.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes, and very difficult to lay off.
So now the DH spot, Kyle Higashioka. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. That one's in there, 0-1. Right-handed reliever. And that one fouled off. Oh, 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 2 away.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Next to hit, Harrison Bader. Fouled off. He was late. Two outs. That one outside, and the count is 1-1. Two down, nobody on. And fouled off. Righty to the plate. Out there to center. Straw makes the catch, and that'll do it. Yanks held in check as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the 7th, and now Luke Maile.
Leading off for the Guardians, the catcher, Luke Maile.
The pitch. That misses. 1-0. And the right-hander deals. Now 1-1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
The pitch.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
The 1-2.
Nope. 2-2 the count.
Little chopper rolls foul. And he deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And the righty deals. Stays alive. Kicks and fires. The punch out there picks up strikeout number 7. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Miles Straw.
Miles Straw.
Foul ball there. And the next pitch is way outside. Right-hander kicks, deals. Popped up left side. Carpenter makes the play. That's out number 2.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Josh Naylor stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Here comes a pitch. Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. The wide to kick the pitch. Stays alive. The wind and the pitch. That one missed. And here it comes. Liner, base hit.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
So a man aboard. And up next for Cleveland, Oscar Gonzalez. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a ball popped up. That one gets down for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Austin Hedges now.
Hedges.
And the first offering is not close. Two on, 2 outs. Fought off foul. The pitch. On the ground. Carpenter picks it up. Sends it across to first. And that will end the inning. Guardians strand a couple. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Angel De Los Santos. And we'll see how he performs in this situation with his team down big.
Angel De Los Santos.
And welcome back. Ready to begin the 8th. Now here is Aaron Judge.
The center fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
The wind of the pitch. That misses the zone. Ball 1. And a pitch. And a good eye there. There comes an 0-2 to Judge.
That's good. 3 on the count.
And there's the strike.
3-0 hack right there. Say, man, I'm going to go for it.
The 3-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. The pitch. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jose Trevino. And that's in there for strike 1. Action in the pen down there. James Karinchak up and throwing. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
And the 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And a pitch. That one fouled off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Judge gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And one gone.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way.
Now
but that time, a little anxious.
Labor Torres.
Man at first. Gleyber Torres up to hit for the 4th time tonight. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1 to count.
Kicks and deals. And the slider catches the zone.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Move to first, and he's back in there. Another throw over, and he's back again. The pitch.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And a 1-2. And a ball evens the count. Check on the runner. Judge back easily. Next offering misses, and the count's full. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Number 38 sizes this one up. He's got it. There's 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
And here is Anthony Rizzo. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now with it.
Left-hand batter waits. There's a strike. At the belt and fires. De Los Santos picks to first. Judge gets back easily. The 2-1. Good eye right there. The 3-1. To the right side. Jimenez over to pick it up. And that is that. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Yankees 5 and the Guardians nothing. Welcome back. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Andres Jimenez.
Guardians, the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
And the pitch. In the air, left field. Bader makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
The batter, the third baseman,
Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Movement in the Yankees pen. Miguel Castro, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. And that one is lifted in the air. Stanton is there. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Ahmed.
So 2 down now, and here is Ahmed Rosario. First offering, and it just misses.
0-1, no strike.
Just missed.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And a pitch. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Judge makes the catch, and that'll do it. Guardians fail to score. It's 5-0. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. James Karinchak.
Number 99. Yay. Karinchak.
Back now at Progressive Field. We go to the 9th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
The pitch. There's a strike at the knees, and that is strike 1. Swings through that one. 0-2 now. Stays alive. The pitch. And down on strikes. 1 up, 1 down.
No, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
And here is Matt Carpenter. That hits the dirt, and that's ball 1. Left-hand hitter waits. And a foul ball. The 1-1. And that's down and away. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Sam Hentges, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. The 2-1. Swings through that.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Righty delivers. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Right-handed reliever stays alive. And the righty deals. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. That's the second out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
2 outs, base is empty. Giancarlo Stanton now at the plate. In there for strike one. And the right-hander deals. That's off the mark. And 1-1. That's inside. Righty to the plate. Not close with that one. 3-2 now. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. The kick, the 3-2. And there's ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
In now is the Yankees DH, Kyle Higashioka. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Stanton leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Next one just misses. It's 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next pitch is outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that'll do it. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Yankees 5 and the Guardians nothing. A new arm into the game, the righty, Miguel Castro. And he's got a nice lead to work with.
Miguel Castro.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians. Number 38. Ninth inning elimination game. Chris, it's a tall task. They're going to need a crooked number to tie this game up.
Yeah, and they just have to remember that they have had many innings over the course of the year where they've scored more runs needed than they need in this one. So just relax, get your pitch, and make something happen.
And he deals. Up the middle, and that's a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Melee.
So man aboard. So in now for Cleveland, Luke Maile. First offering misses badly for ball one.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Here comes a pitch. There's a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Lou Trevino, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. The pitch. On the ground to first. Could be two. Fires to second for one. Now to first, and it's a double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Miles Straw, 1 for 3. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals, and it's fouled away. Just one strike away. That one misses. Now 1-2. Good eye right there. And that one fouled off. And that is it. They are headed for the ALCS.
First for the victorious Yankees, 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For Cleveland, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 49 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Progressive Field, 43,345. The Guardians thank you for your continued support and remind you, please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.